Hello friends, welcome to Learn Programming with Sneha. This is the first video of Python series. In this video, we are going to discuss about Python. So it is just an introduction to Python. So we are going to see like if you are learning Python, why you choose language Python, why Python, how it is famous, what are the different features which makes it more powerful than the other programming languages which are available right now in the market. So let's learn Python. Let's see what it is and why we have to learn and why we should learn Python. So we are discuss about Python today. Okay, so why Python? What is the history of Python? What are the different things available in Python and how it is powerful or how it is different than the other programming languages? Let's see. So first of all, what is Python? So what is general purpose programming language? So as the name suggests, general purpose programming language is nothing but which is used for the general purpose. Means it can be used by anyone. So whether it is a scientist, whether it is a programmer, whether it is a mathematicians, or even the kids can make use of this Python programming languages. So as you know, nowadays in the school colleges, Python is used as is introduced as a programming language for the kids even, because it is very simple and easy to learn. Why it is used nowadays or why it is so popular nowadays? So nowadays we you must have heard the terms like machine learning, artificial intelligence, and so on, right? So when the scientists want to create the applications for machine learning and the artificial intelligence, they were requiring or they were searching for the language which is very easy to learn, so that they can easily learn the language and they can easily start working on it. Yeah, so that's the reason when they search for such language in the market, they came across Python. So that's the reason nowadays, with the popularity of this machine learning and the artificial intelligence, we have Python language, which is very famous nowadays in the market. Then why we go for Python? So as we just discussed, it is very famous and popular nowadays. So why it is famous? Because with the popularity of a machine learning and the artificial intelligence, then it is invented before Java. So it is not famous just because it is a new language. So it is not a new language. It is present in the market even before Java. So like when Java was developed, that was not very popular, but Java became popular with the popularity of internet, that is World Wide Web. So exactly similarly, Python is the language which was introduced even before Java. Like Java was introduced in 1995, whereas first version of Python was introduced in 1991. And even the implementation of this language, Python, is started in 1989. So it is present way before Java. And it is the easiest language as compared to C, C++, Java. I'm using this languages as an example because nowadays in market, or many all of you are already aware about what is C, C++, Java programming languages are. So why we need to go for Python? Because it is famous and it is very easy as compared to other languages. So after we have seen, okay, what is Python? Let's see what is the history of Python. Like every language is having a history behind it, why it is developed, or why the name given as Python, or why the name is given as whatever is the name of that language. So every language has a history. The same way we have a history for Python as well. So this Python language was invented by Guido van Rossum in Netherlands. So the idea about developing this Python was conceived in 1980s, rather late in 1980s. The implementation started in December 1989, and the first version of Python was released in 1991. Why the name Python? Now, whenever we hear this word Python, what comes in our mind for the first time is a snake, right? So why they have given name of a snake to the programming language? So the name is not because of the name of the snake, but the inventor of Python, who is a Guido van Rossum, was a big fan of the famous TV show in Netherlands that those days, that is Monty Python's Flying Circus. So as he was a big fan of this TV show, he gave name to his language, that is Monty Pythons. But later he renamed it to Python. And when he came to know that the people are liking the name, he kept the same name. So that's the history of word or the name of the language, that is Python. These are some of the big companies which are using Python. So if you just look at the first line itself, you will understand that how popular it is. So in the first line only, you can see the big companies like everyone is aware of, that is Google, Netflix, Instagram, Facebook, and so on, Amazon. So all these are the big companies are using Python as their main language or the support language. So main language means the entire application is written in Python, whereas support language means some of the features are introduced or are written in Python. So like Google, Netflix, Facebook, these are the applications which provides us so many features. So some of the features of these applications are written in Python. Like in Netflix, we get the recommendations of different movies or the serials. So the recommendations are different for different users. So this is the code which is a machine learning is written in Python. Then in Facebook, we get the suggestions of the friends. We get the advertisements. In Amazon, when you purchase any item, you also get the suggestion like the people who bought this also bought this. So all this is something which is written in Python. Reddit is the website which is purely written in Python. So these are the big companies, and many of the companies, as we have seen, it is general purpose language. All are using Python, and nowadays that's the reason you have a range of vacancies or range of jobs available in Python across the world. So these are the features of Python, like why we have to go for Python or how Python is different than the other programming languages. So as I am saying from the start of the video itself, that Python is very simple and easy. Okay, so why I'm saying that it is simple and easy? Because it is simple and easy as compared to the other programming languages. How? Let me prove it. So what happens in other languages, if you want to write a single, if you just want to display something on the screen, that is, let's say, hello world. So in order to write that hello world as well, you need to write, let's say, 4 to 5 lines of code. But when Guido van Rossum started developing Python, the main idea in his mind was he want to develop the easiest language, and he just want to cut down the 4 to 5 lines of code in a single line. And he really did that. He really did that. Okay, so in Python, really, whatever is the code that you need to write, the 4 to 5 lines of code in C, C++, Java, the same thing you can achieve in Python just by writing a single line of code. How? Let's see. So this is Eclipse, where I'm going to show you how to write a simple program to display hello world on the screen in Java. So what happens is, in Eclipse, I have already created a project. You don't have to learn how to create project or how to write programming Java at all. I just want to prove the point that it is that simple and easy as compared to the other programming languages. Like if I want to create a file, okay, let's add one class in Java. Let's call it as hello. Okay. Now in Java, if you want to write anything, Java is an object-oriented language. So if you want to write anything in Java, you have to put it in a class. You cannot just, I just want to print hello world. I don't want to use class objects, but still you have to write it. In other programming languages, I'm saying because other than Python, like C, C++, Java, if you want to execute the code, the first function that we need is main. And in Java, what happens is when you write a main function, you have to completely write public, static, void, main. And then inside this, you have to write the statement to display something on the screen. And that is not that easy. You have to write it as system.out.println. And in that println, then you have to put it as, let's say, hello world, whatever you want to display. So see, just to display this hello world on the screen, I have written 7 lines of code. Let me save it and execute it. So you're just going to get the output as hello world. So just to get this hello world on the console, I've written near about 7 lines of code. Now let's try to do the same thing in Python. So the way I'm using Eclipse here for Java, I'm going to use PyCharm for Python. Let's write it in Python. Okay. So this is PyCharm where we are going to write a Python code. So here I have already created one project named as sample Python. Let's add one Python file here. So I'll say new Python file. Let's give the same name, that is hello.py. Now, like I have displayed hello world in Java, I want to display the same in Python as well. Okay, so there you have to learn everything like class. In that you have to write main, then in order to display I have to say system.out.println. But in Eclipse, what I just have to do is I just have to put double quotes and I just have to write here hello world. That's all. Save it. Let's execute it. See, I directly got the output as hello world just by writing a single line of code. Okay, so that's what Guido van Rossum has achieved. He wanted to develop a language where he want to cut down 4 to 5 lines of code in a single line, and he has actually done it. So believe me, making things simple is the most difficult thing in the world. Yeah, and he has achieved it. So let's discuss further. So that's the main feature of Python and why everyone is learning Python now. That is simple and easy. Then it is high level programming language. So what is high level programming is the language which is very similar to English language. So it is very easy to write the code or the application. Then it is interpreted language. Like the languages can be compiled as well as interpreted. Okay, so the entire source code is compiled to some other machine level code first and then we execute it. But Python is interpreted language. So whatever source code you write line by line, it is going to convert it or interpret it in the machine level language. So that's the reason Python is more faster as compared to other compiled languages. Python is open source, so it is easily available, extensible. If you just want to increase the library or if you want to add something, so you can reuse the previous feature, and by adding a new feature, you can introduce a new library there. It is already having a broad standard library, so it is very easy to create GUI applications, like to create the forms in Python, to draw the graphs, pie charts. It is very easy in Python. You just have to use the libraries which are provided. It is portable, so whatever code or the program you have written on one platform on one machine can be easily transferred to the other platform or other machine. Let's continue with the features further. It is cross-platform. That is nothing but it is nothing but a feature of platform independent. Okay, so whatever is the platform that you use, you don't have to do any changes in the code. Whatever code is running on Windows platform, the same thing will run on Mac, Unix, and so on. Then Python provides the wide variety of databases. It provides support for the databases. It is dynamically typed. So whenever you use Python, you don't have to define a type for the variables first. Just decide what will be the name and assign the value. Whichever type of value you assign, it takes the type of the variable same as the data that you have assigned. You don't have to declare it beforehand. Then it is procedure and object-oriented programming. So in object-oriented programming, generally we deal with only classes and objects. Like Java is object-oriented programming, and that's the reason in Java you cannot write a code without classes. But Python is object-oriented as well as procedure-oriented. So even if you don't want to deal with classes and object, you can simply write a code, just whatever you want to execute, no need of classes or objects. And if you want classes or objects, even that is possible in Python. Then it is embeddable, like it supports this. It is same as the scripting languages. Like you must have already heard about JavaScript, right? So exactly same way you can add the Python code like a scripting language in other languages. So these are the features of Python. You will actually come across like how it works and all when you will actually work with Python. These are the different versions of Python. So Python version that is 1.0 that comes in January 1994. So after 1.0 there will be 1.x, so 1.2, 1.5, 1.9 and so on. Then you have Python 2.0 which is introduced in October 2000. Then 3.0 in 2008. The current version we have is 3.9. We say Python is not backward compatible. That means, for example, what happens is with every language, the advanced version comes in the market. Okay, but what happens is, like, if I take an example of Java, and now if you were having 1.5, 1.6, 1.7, so when you are using 1.7, this 1.7 is compatible with 1.5 and 1.6 as well, right? It supports 1.5 and 1.6 as well, but that is not the case with Python. So as I said, currently in the market, the version of Python is 3.9. Doesn't mean the programs which were there in 2.x are not in use, but 2.x is still there in market, because as Python is not backward compatible, the programming or whatever are the things, the whatever are the programs or the applications you have written in 2.x will not work exactly the same way in 3.x. Okay, so that's the reason you have 2.x as well as 3.x, both are present in the market. Then these are the different, what we say, the different versions from 1.0 till 3.7. The current version which is available in market is 3.9. These are the different applications of Python. So as I said, Python is a general purpose programming language. Okay, so these are the different applications, and you can see near about in all type of applications Python is used. So it can be used in desktop GUI applications, console-based applications, software development, scientific and numeric applications, business applications, audio and video applications, 3D CAD applications, and so on, enterprise, web, AI, ML. So it is used all over, and that's the reason different jobs or variety of jobs are available in the market for Python nowadays. These are the different flavors of Python, like what we can use Python with. So yes, we can use Python with different languages. So we can use Python with C programming. We can use Python with Java programming. So that is Jython or JPython. We can use it with C# programming language. We can use it with Ruby. There is a with the performance increase. We have PyPython. So these are the different flavors of Python. So if you know Java as well as you know Python, you can work with, let's say, Jython. If you know Ruby and you know Python, you can work with Ruby Python. So these are the different flavors of Python. So now we have discussed about Python, why we need to learn Python nowadays. Okay, so in the next video, we will come across how programming with Python. So we'll see how to work with Python. So now you must be having an idea like why you choose Python. Okay, so let's in the next video, we will actually see how to work with Python and how to write applications in Python. Thank you.